Good morning and welcome to day 8 of walking from Mexico to Canada along the Pacific Crest Trail. I am Brian and I'm raising money for Combat Stress, a charity that helps out veterans suffering from PTSD. Stayed last night at Mike's place after doing my first 25 miles and also did my first cowboy camp last night as well. So that was a bit different from being in a tent. Today I'm going to go a little bit easier because I'm not that far from Paradise Valley Cafe, where I'm planning to head into town and have my first Nero and Zero in a couple of days. So I'm going to take this day nice and easy, maybe 15, 16, 17 miles, something like that, but we'll see how I go. Been a lot cooler this morning. It's a bit overcast, so that's helped. I'm going at a much slower pace today because I did the big hike yesterday, so I've got the time to just relax, chill today. The trail is a bit better now. For the past couple of miles there's been a lot of brush kind of pushing onto the trail, so it's been quite narrow and just having to push through it all. I'm hoping it's a little bit better now. It looks like it's starting to open up as we get lower and lower. Hopefully that's the heat wave over and then we can start picking up decent paces. Now that I've come down, it's been a little bit better on the trail, a little bit more open. Nice views, lovely flowers everywhere. Just had a lizard in front of me, didn't manage to catch him on camera, but he was in the Prometheus school of running away, i.e. he just stayed on the path and just kept running forward while I walked behind him, and then he darted off. The trail is still incredibly quiet. Haven't met a lot of people this morning. There's a couple I passed and a younger guy that's out here. There's a few people ahead, but not much. Last night I walked with a German girl called Mel until she got to her campsite. That was good to actually have the interaction, and she was really fast, so it kept me going as well so I could get to Mike's place. But really there's no hiker bubble yet, there's nothing like that. It's just a lonely trail at the moment. It would be nice to have a couple of people to walk with and talk with, but it just depends on everyone's pace and everyone's plans. I am quite happy on my own. You know, I'm absolutely loving the trail here. Now I'm now at the longest I've ever been on trail, on day 8, and it's the furthest that I've ever walked on trail as well today. So we're now pushing that comfort barrier out, past the 7 days, past the 105 miles. Now we're pushing on to Canada. Every day is just another day, just another hike. I think that's all through hiking is, it's just a series of hikes till you get to the end. Right now I'm at a water source just off mile 137. Really good spot, nice and shady. People were saying this morning they weren't going to come down here because it was in a ravine. It's not, it's down a nice road that takes you all the way down to it. I'll just turn it around so you can see the road. So it's just up there, brings you all the way down to here. And just here is the water source. Nice and easy to get to. No issue with the water at all. The next available spot is from Mike's place. It was 30 miles, I was not going to push that. And actually, that's not a good source of water. So I was glad when I came down here. Also had to share the afternoon with another group of hikers that were down here, so we just chatted away. They're pushing on to one of the hostels that's further down, and they're also heading into Idlewild tomorrow as well. I'm going to push maybe 4 or 5 miles to my next campsite. That gives me 10 miles to do in the morning to get to PVC, and hopefully I get a transport to Idlewild. Since it's also Monday, I wanted to give you a kind of health update. I'm going to do this every Monday throughout the trail. This is the beginning of a new week on the trail, so it makes sense to do it now. So from last week I did develop 1 blister on day 2. I've been monitoring that and keeping track of it throughout the week. It's been absolutely fine now, there's no pain. I think the blister's kind of sorted itself out. A couple of hot spots, but nothing to report. My ankle that I went over on day 3 has been absolutely fine. There's been some bit of swelling and it's a little bit awkward if you lean on that side, but for walking today, absolutely no problem. My Garmin watch has been saying my body battery's at 5%, which is pretty much dying, so it hasn't quite adapted yet, but I think my body's been adapting quite well to the weather. When it comes to my water consumption, I'm generally drinking about 1 litre for every 4 or 5 miles, sometimes a bit more than that, so I don't have to carry as much water. My body is able to retain the water quite well. Since I've been at a lot of deserts, my body's generally quite used to deserts. So overall, health-wise, I'm absolutely fine. There's no red flags, there's nothing popping up. I do have the odd like rubbing areas and sore shoulders, but that's going to subside as I continue to hike. As my body gets used to the weight, it's going to get used to managing the weight a lot better. So we'll see what next Monday comes when I do my next health report. But so far, from last week to now, I'm in good shape. I'm continuing on, feeling a bit strong, and I feel that I'm getting into the trail a lot more. Hey little lizard, you like my poles? Not sure they're for you, pal. Yeah, I can see you. Hey pal, right, you head off. You are so cool. So I'm arriving at the 13-mile point of my day, and I've arrived at another famous, or I should say infamous, landmark along the PCT. Is this kind of water tank thing here. Apparently a lot of people this morning were thinking they were going for this. Yeah, there's lots of water in there. Lots of dead stuff too. So this was a no-go for me. But it is, you see it on everyone's videos. And if the worst comes to the worst, yes, you could filter that. I chose to get water further back, which was a hell of a lot better than this. But it's an iconic spot, so you really do have to stop here. When I was out in Kenya with the military, we used to go through dry riverbeds so we wouldn't get noticed. And I do remember them being quite hellish and hard on your feet, hard to move. Now I actually relish moving through sand areas like this. Nice and soft on your feet. Especially compared to the more rocky parts of the path that I've had to walk on. Just nice for that break. This looks like it might be my camp spot. It is now 5:16 and I am at mile 142.7. So I have walked 17 miles today. I've now got my campsite and I'm now within reach of Paradise Valley Cafe tomorrow. So I'm going to get set up and then we'll close this video out. That's my tent all set up. Got a reasonable spot. I was originally over there, but it's a dry riverbed going through the middle. And the skies do not look too great. I've relocated higher, so if I do get a downpour, then I should be in a decent spot here. Thanks for watching, and if you are enjoying the videos, please like, share and subscribe, and if you can, help out combat stress. Every little helps. And I shall see you tomorrow for day 8.